Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on the sonnets, and today we've got Sonnet 27, which reads, "Weary with toil, I haste me to my bed, the dear repose for limbs with travel tired. But then begins a journey in my head to work my mind when body's works expired. For then my thoughts, from far where I abide, intend a zealous pilgrimage to thee, and keep my drooping eyelids open wide, looking on darkness which the blind do see. Save that my soul's imaginary sight presents thy shadow to my sightless view, which, like a jewel hung in ghastly night, makes black night beauteous and her old face new. Lo, thus by day my limbs, by night my mind, for thee and for myself no quiet find." And honestly, I'm amazed that I was able to do that just now without yawning at the end of it, because as I was practicing, I kept yawning at the end. And part of that has to do with the fact that this is a play that speaks to my very heart, that you get so tired and you try to go to bed, but then your mind goes off to something else and you're not able to sleep. But also one of the things that was mentioned in one of the analyses, which makes sense, but it hadn't really clicked as the first time or two that I read the poem, the I vowel sound is used so much in this: tired, expired, abide, wide, sight. It's like you're continuously yawning as you read the poem, talking about the fact that you're absolutely exhausted but can't fall asleep because you're thinking of the object of your affection, the object of your desire. Now, because we've read these 26 sonnets that come before this, most people think that this sonnet is about the fair youth. Once again, Shakespeare being in love with the fair youth. And when he refers to thee in it, your shadow is like a jewel in the beautiful night, that kind of thing. Most people say that, yes, he's talking to the fair youth, dedicating this to the fair youth. But in fairness, it technically could be anyone or anything that he's talking about. This could be from a totally different period of his writing. This could be he's pretending to be somebody else who misses their dog. It could be, there isn't anything in the play that necessarily identifies the fair youth. It's just when you put it in the context of all of the other sonnets, people are like, oh, this is another one about the fair youth. But it starts out, I'm really tired and I try to go to bed, but as soon as I lie down, my brain travels far and wide to find you and stays there looking at you and dreaming about you and visualizing you, even as my eyes are trying desperately to close. And finishes by saying, during the day I'm working, doing all of the physical labor and stuff, and then at night I have all this mental labor that I have to do for love of you, so I'm exhausted and never get to sleep. Which I haven't felt quite so called out by one of Shakespeare's sonnets before as I have by this one. But anyway, it's fun, and to me it's a little bit lighter and easier than some of the sonnets that have come before, which just makes it sort of fun. It's the I can't sleep, but it's not the I can't sleep because you're ripping my heart out kind of thing. It's I can't sleep because I can't stop thinking about you, which, I don't know, it feels sort of gentle and sort of nice. But anyway, take it however you will. If you have any thoughts on it, please leave them in the comments, and I will see you tomorrow for sonnet number 28. Mwah.